Creation is architecture, not a stopwatch. When people hear, in the beginning, God created, most jump straight to timing. How long did it take? Were the days literal? Does this match science? But Genesis 1 is not obsessed with when. It's revealing how the world is shaped and what kind of world we live in. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3 through 5, I'm going to do RJPS paraphrase. Light is summoned, separated from darkness. Day is named. Night is named. Evening and morning mark the rhythm of time. That's not physics jargon. That's the language of order. Genesis chapter 1, verse 9 through 10, waters are gathered so dry land can appear. Seas are given their place. Earth is given its place. Creation here is not a random explosion. It is architecture. It's a world being divided, arranged, assigned, and given purpose. 6 movements of ordering, then a 7th of completion and rest. Genesis 2, 2 through 3. On the 7th day, the work of shaping the world is complete. That day is blessed and set apart. The point is that God gets tired. It's not that God gets tired. The point is that wholeness has a rhythm. Creation is presented as a structured, dependable reality. A house with foundations, not a cosmic accident. So I want to talk about how long it was going to take to build the house, because this house that we're talking about, we're not going to talk about that. What we're going to ask is, what does it mean to live inside a house that ordered? Genesis doesn't just give us an ordered world. It puts us inside it. Within that order, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 through 28, humanity is made in the image of God, given rule over the creations of sea, sky, and land, and told to fill the earth and steward it. The world is structured before humanity arrives. Boundaries, light and dark, land and sea, seasons and signs, all set first. So humanity is not the architect. Humanity is the caretaker, a tenant in a house already built. Then comes the rhythm we're meant to imitate. 6 days of work, 1 day set apart. Now the RJPS paraphrase, which I'm going to use throughout, Exodus chapter 20, verse 11, in 6 days God fashioned the heavens, the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. And on the 7th day God ceased and made that day distinct. That's not a physics lesson. That's a life pattern. Work is part of ordering. Rest is a confession. I am not the owner of the universe. Now I have what science sees. Laws of nature that don't change unless under extraordinary measures. Patterns that hold. A universe that behaves in consistent ways. Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 25. The fixed laws of heaven and earth are treated as a covenant. The laws of nature are not enemies of Genesis. They are the background music of Genesis. A constant reminder that we live in an ordered world we did not design. The question is no longer, can we measure that order? The question is, will we live in harmony with it? Here comes the science guy. All right, so if life developed over millions of years, if species changed over time, doesn't that remove the creator? Science is very good at describing how things happen, how cells divide, how populations change, how stars form and die. But mechanism is not meaning. Psalm chapter 19, verse 2 through 4, the heavens declare knowledge day to day and night to night. Without words, their voice goes out through all the earth. Science listens to the how. The Tanakh speaks to the why. If the universe is ancient, if life has unfolded in long processes, that doesn't kill the creator question. It sharpens it. How does a universe run that long, with laws that consistent, with patterns that stable, without collapsing into nonsense? Psalm chapter 104, verse 24, how many are the works across the world, all made with wisdom? The earth is filled with what lives in it. Wisdom is not the opposite of process. Wisdom is what makes a process trustworthy. The 6 days of Genesis are not an arm wrestling match with billions of years. They are a teaching frame that the world is ordered, that nothing lives outside that order, that time itself belongs to the Creator. The real clash is not young versus old world. The real clash is accident or architecture, story with no author or story with purpose. Isaiah chapter 45 verse 18, the Creator did not form the world to be empty, but to be inhabited. An ancient evolving world doesn't erase the architect. It is a stage on which the architect's wisdom plays out. So this is living like the world is ordered, because all of this only matters if it changes how we live. If creation is architecture, if laws of nature are structure, if the 6 days are pattern and covenant is invitation, then the question becomes, what kind of guests are we in this house? Job chapter 12 verse 7 through 10. Ask the animals, the birds, the fish, the earth itself. Each one points to the life held in the Creator's hand. Creation is a teacher of humility. You were born into a world already running. You don't hold it together. You are not the architect. Humility isn't saying, I'm nothing. Humility is saying, I am not the center. Science becomes twisted when we let it turn into a replacement God, when nature or chance gets all the credit and the giver of the structure is ignored. Micah chapter 6 verse 8, what does the Creator require of humanity? To do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly. Knowing the world is ordered is not enough. The question is, do we treat people as if they matter in that ordered world? Do we honor boundaries, moral and physical? Do we respect the rhythm of work and rest? Do we live as if creation is a gift with a giver? Psalm chapter 8 verse 4 through 5, when humanity looks at the heavens, the work of the Creator's fingers, the moon and stars set in place, the question rises, what is a human that such a being is remembered? Genesis doesn't ask you to calculate the universe's age. Genesis asks you to recognize that you live in an ordered, meaningful world and to walk humbly inside it. Honoring the Creator, respecting the structure, practicing justice and kindness, and refusing to turn either science or self into an idol. Creation is the architecture, covenant is the call. Your life is where the two meet.